The next time you open a carton of 100% pure orange juice, I want you to smell it. Does it smell like a fresh orange, or does it smell like a memory of one? There is a secret the $30 billion juice industry hides behind words like fresh and natural. You think you're drinking squeezed fruit, but the truth is, the liquid in that box might be 1 year old. It has been stripped of its oxygen, stored in giant industrial vats, and turned into a flavorless gray liquid. To bring it back to life, the big brands hire fragrance houses, the same companies that make perfumes for Dior and Chanel, to engineer flavor packs. You aren't tasting an orange, you're tasting a chemical formula designed to trick your brain. Welcome to the investigation the juice companies don't want you to see. Oranges are seasonal. They grow, they ripen, and they vanish. But supermarkets demand orange juice 365 days a year. To make this happen, companies squeeze millions of oranges during the peak season and store the juice in massive million-gallon aseptic tanks. But there's a problem. Oxygen. Oxygen makes juice rot. So engineers use a process called de-aeration. They literally vacuum every single molecule of oxygen out of the juice. This stops the spoilage, allowing the juice to sit in those tanks for up to 12 months. But here is the ugly truth. When you kill the oxygen, you kill the flavor. By the time that juice comes out of the tank a year later, it tastes like metallic cardboard. It's a dead liquid. It is 100% juice, but it's 0% delicious. So how do they make it taste fresh again? This is where the chemists enter the lab. Since the natural oils and essences were destroyed in the vacuum tanks, companies add back flavor packs. These are high-tech chemical cocktails made from orange byproducts like ethyl butyrate, the chemical our brains associate with freshness. Here is the legal loophole. Because these chemicals technically come from orange oil or orange essence, the law says they don't have to be listed as ingredients. They can still put 100% pure on the box. Every brand has its own secret recipe. Tropicana has a floral, bright scent. Minute Maid has a candy-like deep orange taste. You've been trained to recognize a brand's perfume rather than the actual taste of a real orange. You probably pay 40% more for not-from-concentrate juice because it feels more premium. But here's the irony. Because not-from-concentrate juice has to survive those long-term storage tanks, it is often more processed and has more flavor packs added to it than the cheap stuff. The industry invented the NFC label as a marketing shield. They realized that if they told you the truth, that the juice was a year old and flavored by perfume scientists, you'd never pay $5 a carton. So they sold you an illusion of freshness instead. But at least it's healthy, right? Not exactly. When you process and store juice for months, the natural vitamin C degrades. Most brands have to fortify the juice with synthetic vitamins at the end. More importantly, you've lost the fiber. Without fiber, the sugar in that juice hits your liver like a can of soda. A single glass of pure juice can contain up to 24 grams of sugar. That's 6 teaspoons of sugar hitting your bloodstream in seconds. You're getting the sugar of 4 oranges with the nutrition of 0. So the next time you see 100% pure on a box, remember, if it can sit in your fridge for a month, it isn't nature, it's engineering. If you want the truth, squeeze a real orange. It's messy, it's inconsistent, and it's beautiful, because that's what real food looks like. Is your favorite juice on this list of flavor pack users? Let me know in the comments. And if you're ready to stop being a customer and start being an investigator, subscribe to Foodi. I'll see you in the next investigation.